So today is going to be day one of the November Credit to Cash Challenge. The goal of the challenge is to show you guys how to use credit and how we're going to turn it into cash. I'm going to go over every single day, my step-by-step process. I'm going to go realistic with you. I'm going to show you when the items arrive. I'm going to walk you through the process of how I make the purchases, how I turn it into money. Every single day for November, and we're also going to be able to track our purchases, see how much money we've made, and then at the end of it, we're going to be able to see how much money we would have been able to generate in just November from doing this. You can do this full-time, you can do this part-time, you can do this at your leisure. This is just a for sure way of how to generate cash from credit. And the good news is, you're not spending a single dime of your own money with the tactic that I'm going to teach you. So just stick with me. Today's day one. We're also going to have, what I'm going to do is set a $500 credit limit. You can spend more, you can spend less. I just figure the general population is going to have at least one credit card for $500 on it. So we're going to start there. If you have cashback cards, if you have travel reward cards, if you have anything like that, it's going to make it better because you're going to get more rewards for those type of cards. The card that I'm going to use is going to be basic Capital One Spark. I'm using my business credit card, but you guys can use any kind. You know, as long as it has at least 1% cash back, this is going to make you some money along with the tactics that I'm going to show you, the third-party apps that I'm going to show you. So, with all that said, let's go ahead and get started with day one. All right, day one of the November challenge. So, first things first, you guys got to have the app that I'm using in order to accumulate the larger sum of money, and that's going to be Rakuten. So if you see here, you refer and earn $40. Everybody that signs up will get $40. I'll also get $40 for you guys being referred. If you're going to be doing the challenge, when you make your first purchase, we'll both get our $40, right? So I'll have a link to my referral in the comment section. I'll post it in the comment section every day. So regardless of which day you come in on, you'll be able to get referred. All right. So the first thing we are going to do is make a purchase. We already have our card set up. We already selected our credit card, you know, cashback, rewards, things like that. We're going to find a store. For me, my bread and butter store is Nike. As you can see here, Nike pays 10% cash back on most Nike purchases. So because I have a $500 limit, I don't want to go and buy like 10 pairs of $50 shoes. Instead, I'm going to look for a really big item or one single item that can max out my limit because it makes it easier to return. It looks less suspicious when you're returning one thing versus if you're returning 7, 8, 9 things. You know, that's when managers come in and it messes up the whole process. You got to go get approval and things like that. So instead, what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and look for something. We all know Jordan costs a lot. What I'll do is filter. I'll filter high to low. Apply. Okay, so you see that this one Travis Scott jacket is $600. So we're going to go a little lower because I did say my limit was going to be $500. I don't see an individual item that's $500. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, let me see. In this case, it's two ways you can go about it. I can go ahead and grab the bottoms for $400 and then just call it a day. Or I can try to find something for $300 and something for $200. You know, 2 items is fine. Like this right here. This Jordan and J Balvin, right? Both of those are $250. Obviously, when tax kicks in, it's going to go up a little bit over. So we want to get a little bit below that. So instead, let's grab, we can just grab a jacket. We're just going to grab these Travis Scott leather pants. They're $400. Let's add it to the bag. Pick whatever size. Don't worry about the size. You're not actually gonna wear it. So, boom, check out. Check out now. So as we're going through this, you actually have to buy it. This is where your credit card comes in because you're spending money on your credit card, and that's how you start to earn the cash. So we're gonna go to checkout. This is important. So create a Nike account. You're going to need to create multiple Nike accounts because as you're doing the returns, you don't want to red flag your account as only buying and returning. So here, I'm going to pause the screen. I got to put in all my personal information. I'll come back once I make the purchase and then we can continue. All right, here we go. So you can see here, We just received your order. This is today. It says it'll be here by November 8th. So these things take time. It does take time to get shipped to you. So if you only have a $500 credit limit, you're going to have to wait about a week in order to get your items and then to proceed to step 2. For those of you that have higher limits, we've only did one purchase. Day 2, we'll do another. Day 3, we'll do another, etc., etc. As the items are getting to us, we'll also track the returns and things like that. So this just shows you day 1. This is day 1. We made the purchase. We'll go into the Rakuten app. The Rakuten app won't show us the purchase immediately, but you can track it all here. This is a fairly new account. You see the November 1st says pending. I spent $400 at Nike and it's pending. Once it hits, it'll award me with the amount of money that 10%, so about $40. But that's day 1. You know, if you purchase more, you make more. If you purchase less, you make less. Now, one thing to show you guys, because there might not be a Nike everywhere, is several different stores here. You guys can shop anywhere. The key to shopping, and the reason why I like Nike is the key to shopping is as long as the store's return policy allows you to put the money back onto your card, your physical card at the store, you'll be able to use it. Nike does that when you go to do a return. They say, hey, just tap your card on the machine, and that's how you do your return. The key to the return, remember, we used the Capital One credit card to make the purchase. However, we're not going to return it to the credit card. We're going to return it to our bank card. Whoever you guys are banking with have to have a bank. Please don't tell me you guys are Cash App warriors, but we are going to be putting it back to a bank card. Once we start getting the items rolled in, I'll walk you guys through that process, but today was just day 1. We now have our purchase. It's pending. You go ahead and live your life and do other things because you are complete day 1.